Hello, hello, hello. We have good news. Binance Coin has hit a new all-time high. The all-time high was above $1,000. That's amazing. And I want to show you guys a few things in this video right now, which are very good news. First of all, we've had the interest rate cut decision yesterday. We've dropped by 25 basis points, which is bullish for the market and a good indicator now that we're going to continue going higher. Now for Binance Coin, let me show you quickly the target. The target is measured by this inverse head and shoulder pattern. So we have the shoulder. This looks like, imagine like a person, right? This is the head. Normally, I want to explain to you guys, right? So it makes sense. So normally, it's the other way around. So we have the shoulder, we have the head, and then the shoulder, right? This is the smiley face, and this is the shoulders. But now it's the other way around. So it's just shoulder, head, and shoulder, and then the smiley face is here. He. Anyway, so the way to measure it is you take the distance from the baseline. You have a baseline, right, where the shoulders touch, and you take from the bottom to the top, and then you take that and put it at the point of breakout. And that was right here, right? I hope you guys don't mind. I think it's nice to show you how to do it. Anyways, so then we go to the top and we can see it's about $1,250. And that's the target, guys. I put a set order at 1,200 just to be safe. But that's how you measure it. And the same thing, if you look at Bitcoin, we also have a head and shoulder pattern. We have a head and shoulders pattern. So on the weekly time frame, it's the same thing. Again, it's an inverted head and shoulders. So in this case, it's bullish. And we have the shoulder, we have the head, and we have the shoulder. And we can draw some eyes here. But anyways, we have this line and we have the neckline. So all we have to do, same thing, we'll take the line and put it at the point of breakout, right? The point of breakout was about here. And let's see where we go. We're going all the way to $145,000. So theoretically, that's the target. And it can be hit, it might not be hit. Let's see how far the bull market goes. But just to keep that number in mind, 145, I think it's good to take profit before that. And I want to show you guys a few more reasons why we might go close to this number. So here we have actually, let me zoom in on a smaller time frame. We have the breakout, right? So Bitcoin has been trading in this range recently. We've been bouncing from here on this rejection line. And then we've rejected from here. And now again, we're breaking out. So it looks like we are managing to go higher from here. And what this line also is, let me show it to you like this. It is a descending wedge pattern. So usually descending wedges, like falling wedges, so we can connect the lines here, and then we can draw another line from the top. We can draw another line from the top. Normally, so they break upwards. If it's a descending wedge, so look, descending wedges are like, they're going down, and the price usually centralizes and goes smaller. There's less movement until the edge, and then it breaks out. And then we also have ascending wedges, which is just the other way around, and the price tends to go higher. It gets less volatile, and then we go down. So that's how descending wedges and ascending wedges go. And what we can see here, obviously, we had a descending wedge. The price converged here towards the bottom and is now going out. And the way to measure the target of a descending wedge is usually the height, the previous height of the price inside the wedge. And we can see here the height is at $123,000 approximately per Bitcoin. And now I want to show you something very important. So we have two targets, right? We have this 123,000, which is more of a short-term target, and then we had here we go, 145,000, right? Now I want to show you guys where we might actually be going. And this is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, we've drawn something called the Fibonacci extension lines. And this is just a mathematical equation to show us with likelihood where could we go. And somehow the price goes there always. So the way to draw these is to take the Fibonacci line and you start from the top and then you go all the way to the bottom and they extend automatically. So they will draw themselves automatically. You just take the cursor to the top and then to the bottom. So the last time we bottomed out at think it was a bit higher, it was like 16,000 or so. And then the top was obviously at 69,000. And then it extends itself, the Fibonacci extension lines extend. And here we can see we have a top at around 122,000. And we previously been rejected from there, 122, 123. Remember this number, 123? This is where we previously rejected from, of course. And this is the intermediate target from the falling wedge. So very likely that this target will be reached here in the next coming few days. And then the next target is the $136,000 price range here, 136,000. Now, what I previously mentioned, obviously here, remember this was 145. I don't know if it will be hit, but personally, I would take profits around here, 122, and then again 135, 136,000 per Bitcoin. And I will show you guys one more thing before we end the video, the time frame in which we are in the market. Now, this is really cool. Look at this, guys, the Bitcoin halving cycle profits. And I know it's a bit messy now, so let me remove the Fibonacci extension lines. 1 second. And what we can see here is basically the time in the market that we are in. So here, this orange line is the last halving date, and then this orange line is this current halving date in last year. And the green lines indicate the best time to take profits, okay? And usually it starts here, 40 weeks after the halving, until 80 weeks after the halving. Within these lines, the price usually tops out. You see it happened here last time, and we can't go all the way back. But this time also, I expect the top to be max up to here, which is 80 weeks after the halving, 80 weeks after the halving of last year. And that date is very soon. Now let's see, when is the date? We're coming to the end of it, and it's about end of October here. It says 20th of October of this year. So personally, I think end of October the top will be hit, the bull market will reach an end, and then we're gonna have this massive downwards movement of price. Obviously last time that we had a 76% fall in the price of Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin becomes more less volatile, becomes a more mature asset, and therefore I don't think it will go down 76% this year. But hypothetically, let's say we go to, the target was like 135, right? Let's say we go to 135, 136. If we go down 76% like last time, we would go down to 31,000. Let's say we go down 50%, okay? We might go down to the previous high, 69,000. It's just a prediction, no one knows. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is there's still a slight window of opportunity for Bitcoin to go higher. This is, of course, for this cycle. I'm not saying in general. In general, Bitcoin is an amazing investment. If you're going to hold it for a few years, it's amazing. Don't worry about the cycles. But if you want to trade these cycles, then it's a good idea to hold for at least 1 or 2 more months and then consider going out before the bear market comes. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys. See you. Bye.